are shaved, my pubes are trimmed, I'm ready to fucking rock this shit.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Nope, still in the same place. And I noticed before...
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
I like how he explains the whole scenario.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself.
Is that
then
Stanley?
Collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
That's kind of creepy. She just stood there and watched, look at my body. She said that like that's how crazy people look, so she automatically concluded that was crazy. But I did notice before that the room was changing and everything, like the coffee mug was on the ground. Look at this. It started again. The story started again. Oh God. Is that how it goes? So basically I have to keep doing the same scenario over and over again and see different endings to it. Well, the second scenario, I basically was crazy and I died by mumbling shit around and going around the city and fell down eventually and found by somebody I call Mariella. Okay, so this is the third sequence. See what's gonna happen. Shall we go with the third sequence? Let's go.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Okay. Alright, this time,
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
okay, first let's go to my boss's office, see if there's any different scenario, shall we? Let's see, we didn't try that one just yet.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Wait, maybe there's something else here. Wait a second. No, nothing else. Okay, let's go to my boss's office. Pretty nice office here. Executive bathroom. Can't open that. Searching around, seeing computer. Okay, this is my boss's office, I believe. Big ass fucking office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, I'm in the new passageway. He basically gave me the key code for the gamepad, and then we're gonna go down. Shall we? So basically, either I'm crazy, I'm dreaming. Most likely I'm not dreaming. Either I'm fucking crazy. I mean, I'm hearing a British narrator on my head, like basically naming everything I'm doing, every single sequence, every single movement. He told me I can't even see my legs when I look down, and I can't see my legs when I look down. That's crazy shit. If you're enjoying this, please click that like button and comment.
Deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay, now we're in a fucking basement, dark as all hell. I don't know where the hell we are going.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
Facility. Wait, maybe, look at this. Mind Control Facility right there. Or I can take the left, it says Escape. Fuck it, let's go Escape. Different scenario. Let's see what the hell happens if we go here.
Although this passageway had the word Escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Damn, violent death? Really? Shit, maybe I should go back. I mean, I'm gonna go to the Mind Control Facility in another scenario. So I'm giving you guys all the scenarios that this game has. So let's go see our violent death. I want to see what the fuck happens.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna take
this. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yup. Okay, so if I fall down here, I'll die, right? Did I die? He said violent death. I only seen like a dark corridor. Walked inside and died. Hope that's not my violent death. I want to see how it happens. Jesus. Okay, so I'm falling. Hey, what the fuck is this? I'm on the little...
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
I see what's going to happen.
It reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Fuck!